guys, in today's video we are going to be prepping for a new semester. This past semester has not been my best, but this year I made a goal to actually stick to my plan, and this year I have good intentions and I'm just ready for a new semester. I'm ready to just start fresh. So in order to have a successful semester, we need to do a lot of prep work. I've already cleaned my apartment and I've cleaned my room. My environment is very organized. However, when it comes to getting ourselves organized for school, that's a whole different story. I have a list here of everything that I want to get done before the semester starts, so that when I get into it, I am ready, I am prepared, and I'm already in a healthy mindset going into it. First on our agenda is to establish a realistic morning and night routine. This is going to help us have a more stable schedule, but also something that's very realistic for us. I'm going to check my class schedule, and using that, I'm going to plan out my ideal morning and night routine. But I also need to keep in mind to make it realistic, because if I just add too many things to my morning routine, it's just going to be very dreadful. Then third on our list is to set goals. It's so important to set goals in general with everything that you want to achieve in life, especially when it comes to things that you are specifically working towards. And for me with school, I feel like it's just so important to remind yourself why you have to try hard. This semester specifically, I want to focus on sticking to my goals. I want to raise my GPA and not skip any of my classes. Then after that, we are going to organize our planner. This is just something I generally do for every single semester. Also on my digital planner, I personally use Notion, so we are also going to be updating our digital planner, as well as organizing my courses on my iPad, which, if you didn't know, I like to use GoodNotes. And lastly, I also want to clean and organize my designated study space. So if you know that you are someone that likes to go to coffee shops a lot or likes to study in the library, make sure you have all the stuff you need in your backpack, because you know that your backpack has all your stationery that you're going to be bringing with you. For me personally, I like to study at home. I don't know, I'm just a homebody and I feel more comfortable studying in my own space. And I personally have a office room in my apartment, and that's my designated study space. And yeah, and with that being said, we should be prepped for school after doing everything on our list. I hope you find this video useful, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and comment below pencil emoji for school. If you want to see more of me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. First of all, we are going to establish a morning and night routine. I've been using this notebook. I specifically made it for this year, for 2024. This is my current routine. So I already wrote it down. In university, it's very different. Every day I have different classes. Some days I have one class, some days I don't have any classes, and other days I have like 3 classes back to back, and there are days where I have a class late at night. So every day looks different for me, which is why I specifically made a morning and night routine that is a little bit flexible. This semester is going to be very different than last semester because I'm actually taking more courses than I did last semester. Mondays, I have a class at 11:30 until 1. Tuesdays, I have a class 5:30 to 7, and then right after that, I have 7 to 10 p.m. Then on Wednesday, I have a class from 4 to 5. Thursdays are going to be my busiest days because I have a class at 1 to 2:20. Then I have a class from 2:30 to 5:20. Then I have a class 5:30 to 7. And then Fridays, I have a class 2:30 to 3:50. I'm getting stressed already, guys. Like, my schedule is already like packed, and it's just with the classes. Like, that's gonna be a lot, and that's not even including my schedule that I have for YouTube, content planning schedule, because that's a whole other category right there. So yeah, for my morning routine, I think I'm gonna wake up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. Then after that, I usually start my mornings with doing my hygiene routine and my skincare in the bathroom, like brushing my teeth, then getting ready for the day. And then after that, it's breakfast time, which obviously like I'm gonna do that every morning, so I know that that's realistic. And then starting to look at my to-do list for the day. Then for my night routine, I think is just gonna start off with dinner, probably taking a shower. Ideal if I could get myself to journal at least every night. I think the night before I will plan tomorrow's task. So what I usually like to do is plan weekly. So every Sundays I plan my week ahead. I have like a daily to-do list, like some like things that I check off on the daily. Then, like I said before, planning my outfit the night before the next day, just so it's already ready and I don't have to worry about it. Ideally, I would sleep by 10 p.m. or 11 on days like Tuesdays where I know I have a late class. Next on my list is update my Notion, my digital planner, and organize my courses on my iPad. I'm going to screen share my current Notion so you guys can see how I lay it all out. Keep in mind, this video is not sponsored by Notion at all. This is just me sharing with you guys how I personally like to organize my school homepage on my Notion. And I pretty much did all of it by myself. Like, I searched up a bunch of tutorials on how to use Notion, how to organize Notion, and all of that. However, I do not know how to share it with you guys, but I will show you guys how I have it laid out. So as you guys can see, I have like a weekly kind of class schedule. Then under that, I have each of my courses individually. On the sides here, I have course, so I put like the name of the course. Then I put the professor's name, and beside that, I usually also put the email of my teacher. I usually keep track of my grades here. I also know like when things are due. That's basically my school homepage on Notion, and that's kind of like how I like to use my digital planner. On my physical planner, I like to go more in detail. The way I think of it is like my actual planner, like my book, is kind of like my rough copy of my assignments and things that I have to hand in and like things I have to get done. Like that's like my rough copy of everything. And then I go into like my Notion, which is what I always like look at. And I don't always have access to the book every time that I go out. Like I can just pull it up on my phone. Okay, then when it comes to my GoodNotes app on my iPad, I make folders by semester. So this was my last semester. I have all the courses, and within those I have all the readings that I had to do for that class here. I also have a copy of the syllabus on here, and for some other classes I have certain notes that I have written on it. So like for this one, I actually hand wrote my notes. Just been scrolling on Pinterest for some study inspo, and this is exactly how we want to be like this semester. We want to be like Rory Gilmore. She is our inspo. I did already share what my Notion template looks like, but I thought it would be a good idea to create a spot in my Notion. I'm not sure where, but I want to create like a little, maybe beside my weekly class schedule, I'm thinking of adding like goals. Every single time that I go onto my Notion and I see my classes, I can see my goals and what they are. So I already have a few monthly goals that I've written down. I do want to create like more specific goals for school. I put do not skip class. I have a really bad habit. As soon as I skip one class, like just because I don't want to go, like if it's because I'm sick, that's different. But if it's just because I don't want to go, I just don't feel like it. If I do that once, it's game over. Like the next week I skip another class, the week after that I skip another class. It becomes into a really bad habit. I also have at least make one friend in each of my class, because that way if you ever miss a day, or if you have to work on like an assignment, or you have an essay or something and you're not sure what to do for it, you have a friend that you guys can just like help each other out. That way you guys can hold each other accountable and can work together. I also want to make sure I do my readings before going to your class, so that way you kind of already know what's going on and you're not like clueless. I think I'm just gonna have 3 main goals. Also, it's a way to think of it as like a refresh, like a monthly refresh. Maybe I didn't achieve everything in January, but I will be able to try again in February. It doesn't feel like, oh, I already messed up, this year's just over, can't wait for 2025. No, you have to like keep reminding yourself of your goals. This is why I like handwriting, because I can just like cross it off and it's just so satisfying. Then I have to clean and organize my designated study space. So I'll bring you guys along with me to my office room and we're gonna organize it and clean it. This is what my desk is currently looking like. I got this little Barbie that my mom got me for Christmas, which I think is so cute. And then up here I have my Polaroid. I think I'm just gonna fill up the calendar for the month of January. I used to use this whiteboard calendar all the time, and this was literally my thing back in high school as well. Like, I always had my whiteboard calendar on my desk, and then I had my physical planner as well. But since I always use Notion and I'm just like all digital now, I hardly ever use this monthly calendar. And because I want to be extra organized this year, and I just want to like have my life together. I want to be that girl that just has everything organized. I want to be like Rory Gilmore this year. I think it'll be nice to have an actual physical copy of my calendar of my month. Okay guys, so everything is prepped and ready to go. I have everything organized in my planner. My monthly calendar is done and organized as well. And now it's finally time to actually get into our routine and kick school's butt. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find it helpful and motivating, and I'm wishing you the best of luck for this upcoming semester. I hope nothing but the best for you. And if you want to keep seeing more school related videos like this and follow me along during this semester, I definitely recommend hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye!